Me. Me. Let's try that again.
And I'll kill Hulkamania once and for all.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. Welcome in, everybody. Pro Wrestling Sauce. Let's celebrate. Baron Corbin. As happy as ever, right? As happy as ever. Give it up for our boy Baron. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Wrestling Sauce. I'm Josh O'Leary. Welcome in to the program. Dirt in the chat. Dirt's watching Lawrence of Arabia. Dirt, have you finished Lawrence of Arabia? Did you finish it all the way through? Because I know it's a trek, to say the least. It's a real trek of a movie, huh? Welcome in. This is Pro Wrestling Sauce. We're here every Wednesday at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Slipper House Extra YouTube channel. And I'm normally joined with my brother and possibly another guest, but I've been doing these solo shows, and we're going to be having another one this week, okay? Get used to the bit, because it's not going to quit. Another solo show this week from yours truly. My brother's in Germany, right? Stationed over there. He's in the army. It's nothing we can do about it. I've explained it enough times. It's nothing we can do about it. Nothing we can do. But like, share, and subscribe anyway. Do all that stuff. Greatly appreciate it. I'm sure some people are subscribing around here. They're subscribing for other reasons, and they're probably like, why is there pro wrestling on my feed? I'm sure that upsets some people, but it is what it is, man. You're gonna get interested in all the interests that we have over here at Slipper House if you subscribe and you hang out. Feel free to leave a nice chat. I got the docket up. I can read the chat here on screen. There it is. And we're going to get into it. We got SmackDown. We got Raw heading all into Saturday night's main event. Probably one of the weaker Saturday night's main event cards that we've had, I would say. But we're going to get into all of it. I've got SmackDown notes and I've got Raw notes. I did watch both shows this week, guys, in full. Okay, watch both shows in full. Actually, another funny part is the second I wasn't paying attention, Baron Corbin came back. I'm not even kidding. And I heard them say, Baron Corbin, on the TV, and I shot my head around and was like, what? And so I really didn't miss much. I just was not paying attention to the finish of Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. And almost missed my boy not returning. Give it up for Baron. He's back, baby. Corbin is back, and we love it. Well, let's get into it, guys. Let's start with SmackDown. Right? I don't have any more top of the show stuff. If you've got a comment you want to leave in the chat, I'll read it and we can talk about it throughout the show. But I'm not gonna skip around here during this episode, right? I'm not gonna try to fill too much air here at the top of the show. I'm not reviewing. I'm not Jacob Jones reviewing a cigarette pack here. There's no way I can. I don't have that stamina, first of all, and that's not what we do here. Shout out to all the audio listeners. I think I fixed it, by the way. I think I fixed the audio. It should be all up to date, and it should continue to stay up to date. I'm sorry that it's been 4 weeks behind in uploading the episodes, but all of them are there. Check out all of your Pro Wrestling Sauce if you're an audio listener and you just want to check it out on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever it may be. There it is. We've got SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. From the 10th of July here, had a returning CM Punk here to the show. Okay, we had a big CM Punk. He's now champion. Hoorah here on SmackDown to welcome us in. At the top. Okay, so Punk comes out here, right? And not CM Punk. Sami Zayn is taking like some sort of sabbatical. Some sort of, he's not there. Okay, they had to keep him off TV. They know they're going to bring Cody Rhodes out here, and they've had to keep Sami Zayn off TV. And the only reason I can guess they've done this is because they know Sami Zayn is going to be like over like Rover. People are going to be chanting for him, and they might boo Punk, they might boo Cody. They don't want any of that. They want the focus to be on Cody and Punk. And I don't blame them if that's the direction they're wanting to head in. But why'd you make Sami Zayn so cool? Why'd you make Sami Zayn so cool if you're just gonna keep him from us afterwards? After giving this to him and ripping it away from him? Come on, man. You've Daniel Bryan'd him. You fucked up now. Now you fucked up. You know? That's how it feels. And Punk names a whole bunch of people here. He names Finn Balor, Royce Keys, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, Gunther. He says, I may regret that one. Gunther. And then he gets interrupted by Cody Rhodes, who was obviously very distraught and upset about what happened to him on a Monday when he was attacked. Attacked and left bloodied up. You wouldn't know that he was bloodied up if you're watching the replay in the United States, or I'm not sure, maybe everywhere in the world, where they have it blurred out, where they have Cody Rhodes' blood blurred out on the replays. Very corny from WWE. Not just like lame, but like corny and sad. Blurred out blood Cody. He was upset about that attack from Monday when he lost his title shot there against Zayn. And, he's kind of blaming that whole situation, which is not wrong. And then Punk kind of swooped in and immediately accepted the challenge. And, forego him now having the championship. Dirt says, if WWE concentrated on cool characters, they wouldn't have time to prop up the Rock's family. Yeah, you're not wrong. Because the Rock's family certainly aren't cool characters. I think the coolest character they got is Solo Sikoa right now, and that's saying a bunch. I mean, Roman did a good job on Monday. We'll get there. He did a good job, but he took way too fucking long to get to that good job. That dude just sits there and lingers like a stale fart until you realize that's not a fart. Someone's cooking roast beef. Like, Roman needs to just speed it up a little bit, in my opinion. But we'll get to that in the Raw review, but you're not wrong, Dirt. Not wrong. So Cody Rhodes is going to be CM Punk's first challenger. Needless to say, this whole top of the show, who gives a shit what CM Punk really had to say here? This is going to be Cody Rhodes and CM Punk at SummerSlam. This wasn't that great. I thought both of these guys can do better on the mic. Let's not forget, guys. Let's not forget that before WrestleMania happened, on SmackDown, WWE champion at the time, Cody Rhodes, and World Heavyweight champion at the time, CM Punk, came out to the ring here and had a promo segment to get us hyped up for their two matches at WrestleMania. Does anybody remember how this segment went? I do. I remember how this segment went. It sucked fucking balls, dude. Speaking of sucking balls, that's what they were doing to each other. They were up there gargling each other's nuts. That's what they were doing. It was awful. It was one of the worst promos of all time to get hyped up for Mania. I'm not kidding. If you don't remember it, it's because your brain refuses to remember shitty moments in life. But that promo sucked. It was both of them just glazing each other up, being like, we'll do this soon. It was terrible. It was terrible. It made no sense for them to be going face to face going into that Mania. We needed more hype for that Mania. The whole Mania, if I remind you, sucked. Okay, after full digestion, you were like, God damn, I just ate a McChicken, you know? That's how it felt. But these guys were no better here. These guys were no better here on July 10th, edition of SmackDown 2026. They were, just another rebuttal of their time before Mania, when they both came out in suits, and teeth flossed and brushed and they gargled and rinsed, ready to gargle each other's nuts on SmackDown and hype each other up. It could have been so much better here, but it is getting outshined by Seth and Roman on Raw. It most certainly is. All right, any other notes I have from this? Oh yeah, Nick Aldis in the corner of the entire promo. Made it seem like, like something was gonna be taking place here. I don't know. He was just standing there for so long, and I was like, okay, we're gonna get. I didn't like him standing in the ring forever. Seems like, I don't know. Nick Aldis' involvement here. We're gonna be getting to more of Nick Aldis, but I don't know why. I just don't. The general manager is gonna fight. Like, since when do we like these guys were just like placeholder general manager type guys? Like, Adam Pearce was just running both. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I want to see them fight each other. I have no hype to see Nick Aldis go and fight Gunther. Sorry. Somebody get these turds off my screen. Sorry, I thought I'd throw a little bit of graphic in there tonight. There isn't much graphic. That's the, we don't want to see that graphic. Let's look at this graphic, Dirt. You want to see this instead? You want to see that instead, Dirt?
I do not like Sami Zayn.
All right. What do we got here? Finn Balor versus Tama Tonga. Holy shit, dude. Finn Balor's just like got no substance. Zero substance. He's just babyface Finn with, I don't know. There's nothing going on there. There's nothing going on here. He doesn't even point his wiener at the screen like he used to. There used to be a lot more wiener pointing when it came to Finn, and he does like none now. So it's, don't know what that's about. But he did defeat Tama Tonga here. I did not have any notes other than it was all right. It was all right. These guys had a decent match. Like, this would have been a good, like, yeah, this is a good middle of the pack match, honestly. Nothing, throw it in there, have a little feud. Not mad about it. Yeah, not mad about it. Then we had then all the sunshine left the room, right? All the sunshine left the room, and a dark haze crept in and lingered for the almost the remainder of the show here. Almost the remainder of the show, as we had Jimmy Uso versus Royce Keys. This is like making I don't know. This is like eating a bread sandwich right here. This is just You know, like, oh yeah, it sustains you. It'll fill your stomach with something so you don't die. You wish you were. You wish you were dying, but the bread is going to keep you alive. And that's what this match is here with Royce Keys and Jimmy Uso. Dirt says Finn is famously a wiener first fellow. Now all of a sudden, no wiener? What the hell? Yeah, that's what I've been saying. We can go back to Finn's early NXT days, and even before that in New Japan Pro Wrestling, it was all about the finger guns and the wiener point. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the wiener point and the finger guns. Finn needs to do more of that. He needs to do more of that and less of this milquetoast babyface honk shoe bullshit. You know, we don't want that. Nobody even remembers this win that he just had on this past SmackDown. I had to look at my notes to be reminded of it. So, and this one too, Jimmy Uso and Royce Keys. I don't know. This was not good because Jimmy Uso defeated Royce Keys. I was gonna try to let that linger for the longest time, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. Oh my God. Oh, I have so many shorts here on YouTube just proving me right. Damn, dude. Just proving me. They're proving me right with this match here. They proved me right with this match and this finish and this whole overall feud. It sucks. It's dog shit. And it's going to continue to be dog shit. We're going to have to watch these guys pretend to act and be terrible at their job. This is their fucking job. And they get it easy. Hang out with your family all the fucking time. And let's throw one person in there that's not the family that has to do most of the acting for us. And you had to be Royce Keys, and you still had him lose. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's what I'd be saying to creative if I'm Royce Keys at this one. Like, good Lord. You guys are trying to get him pumped up. Dude, he does not look strong. I don't think he looks strong. If I go ask some the little kids across the street who watch wrestling, do you like Royce Keys? They'll be like, no, we lost to Jimmy Uso. And I know you're like, oh, Jimmy Uso is crap. No. No, he's not. Stop being like, oh, Big Jim, he's one of the... No. No, he's not. No one sees him that way. No one. Not anyone in WWE, not anyone in the IWC. What are we trying to do here by giving Jimmy Uso big wins over the stars we should be pushing? You've had Royce Keys' toes in the water forever. He's been ready to cannonball in. And you guys are like, no. Easy now. That water's a little bit cold. You might give you some shivers. So let's ease in now. Dirt says, I just went to the garage fridge for a can of crisp Pepsi. There were 8 Diet Cokes, 2 liters. 8 Diet Coke 2 liters on a pallet in there. I got to step up my soda. Oh, yeah, if there's a pallet of Diet Coke in there, yeah, you're definitely going to have to step up your game because you're not going to have fridge space for long. 16 Diet Coke 2 liters. Okay, I got you. Got you. Yeah, I was going to say 8 Diet Coke 2 liters. It wouldn't require a pallet. That's wait, what 16 is too not enough for a pallet. Right? Or is there just already a pallet in there? There's already a pallet in there. Oh man, Jimmy Uso. And also Jimmy Uso delivered a Disgusting. Disgusting, vomit-inducing spear for the pin on Royce Keys. Just take Royce Keys, dig a hole. He's done. He's toast. Two soda pallets? See, that's why your family's a good family. You're a good soda family. You know, I trust a good soda family. Family that goes around drinking sodas. You know? You know that's what they say. Family drinks sodas together. You know the saying. You put a pic in Discord. Not sure if I'm. Yeah, wait, hold on. I think I can. Oh yeah, that looks good. Let's check it out. I may be able to pull this up. It takes me off screen for a second. My apologies, but check out. Everybody, check out Dirt's. Whose Diet Coke is this? Somebody else's Diet Coke. Dirt wouldn't dare drink this, right? Oops, did not want that to happen. Oh wait, it didn't work. Ah, who cares? I tried. I would have to wait. Oh yeah, I would have to save it. Okay, I don't have. Don't worry about it. Dirt's got some nice pallets of Diet Coke. Those are some odd shaped Diet Cokes though. Are those like? You sure those are 2 liters? They look almost small. Maybe it's because of the bikes right there beside it. It's kind of an optical illusion type thing. But way to give Jimmy Uso. Dirt's trying to save Jim Uso right now by distracting me with soda pictures. That's what it is. He doesn't want the Jimmy Uso slander. But God, dude, he's not. What are we doing? The fuck are we doing? Yeah, I don't know. And the way Jacob Patu's involved in all this is just so inconsistent and doesn't make any sense. I don't know. None of it makes sense, and I don't care. He's a narc and a culture vulture, and they all are. They're just boring, right? Those are full 2 liters, boys. All right, I believe you. We sell these like 1 liter sodas that are really strange. It's like a 1 liter bottle. It's kind of like a 2 liter, but not quite. I'm over here with a meager 12-pack of Pepsi cans. Yeah, but cans are the superior soda delivery system. If you're going to have a stockpile of soda, I would want it in cans. Ice cold can. Nothing beats like being a 13-year-old boy on a hot summer day and cracking open a ice cold Pepsi 1 with Jar Jar Binks on the can. Damn! Talk about flavor. Okay? The scene, everything has everything to do with it. It's all a recipe for success. All right. Alexa Bliss is in the thumbnail tonight. Alexa Bliss versus Jade Cargill. Poor Alexa. I mean, why? I'm glad Jade Cargill got a win here. But it's almost like Jimmy Uso at this point, and why? Look what you did to her. Like, why? They're nothing now. You need a slow. She needs to slow crawl. We don't need her out there beating the shit out of Alexa Bliss. And this is all just a game for Charlotte. Alexa Bliss is being used as a pawn right now for Charlotte. Let's get Charlotte over in every single way possible. You know there's other ways they're trying to get her over too. And I won't throw shade at some of those because it is inappropriate. But They have done everything they fucking can to get people to like this woman. And I'm telling you now, she's unlikable. I mean, I'm like 50-50 on Charlotte sometimes. I wish she would, because she always says, like, I don't want to be in my dad's shadow type deal. She's always trying to stray away from that, but then she leans so heavily into it anytime you see her on television. So, you know, not to mention, I don't know. I could get into many reasons with Charlotte. I don't drink from cans with Senator Jar Jar Binks on them. Why not? I did. When it was before the movie actually came out, though. And I remember I drank an ice cold Pepsi 1 out of my friend's dad's Pepsi machine. He had a Pepsi machine in his garage, dude. And I hit the button and I said, and a Pepsi 1 came out with Jar Jar Binks on it. And I said, holy shit. You know, that's how you knew he was like that dude's dad. He was a real man. He was drinking Pepsi 1. It was for men. Okay? Just kind of like Dr. Pepper 10. I don't want to use my dad, then uses the music, the wardrobe, the last name, and the mannerism. Yeah, and the moveset and uh everything else. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stray away from it, dude. She was more of an original character in her NXT come up. And then as soon as the main roster hit, it's like Charlotte Flair. You know, because in NXT, I believe she just went by Charlotte. She didn't even use the Flair moniker at all. She was trying to keep away from that. But yeah, I don't know. This match wasn't good. This was a Jade Cargill squash match where Alexa Bliss, you know, tried to do the best she could here. Jade won with her finisher, you know. Yeah, and Jade is clunky in this match too. Her and Alexa had zero chemistry. I wrote zero chemistry. Yeah, and then also Alexa Bliss has like a double jointed elbow, and she used it here to like fake an injury for a moment, which I think's a wasted opportunity. I think they waste that every time they've done it. Because it looks fucking crazy. It looks like she broke her arm. You could have used that in a crazy. It would have went viral moment. But no, let's instead just put it in the middle of a Jade Cargill match that everyone's going to forget about. Jade Cargill, who hasn't won any matches recently. Should have been Charlotte Hardy. Dirt, we want to save her career. Wait, she doesn't need a last name. This is WWE. This is the company that for years didn't use last names for anybody. Vince was always getting rid of them. We're talking about Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes next, which it would have been just Trick versus Carmelo had Vince had anything to say about it. But here we go. Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. Lil Yachty came out, was making some short jokes, blah, 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 blah. And Baron Corbin interrupted this match, right? This match was pretty decent, but it seemed like Carmelo Hayes was getting the best of Trick Williams towards the end of this thing. Seemed like Carmelo was coming out on top, and then we had Baron Corbin out of nowhere just kind of grab Carmelo Hayes' arm as he was on the top rope, stare at him, and then you heard Joe Tessitore say, "Baron Corbin?" And that's when my head shot around because I wasn't paying attention, and I said, "What the fuck?" And he is back. Baron Corbin is back. He threw Carmelo Hayes off the top rope, beat the shit out of him, then ran over to Trick, beat the shit out of him, went outside, grabbed that god-awful furry title that they gave Trick. They made Trick a comedy character. Trick's a comedy character now. Like, he had aura and was cool, was badass, but they've had Little Yachty talk way too fucking much, and now they gave him a fur title. And they had Baron Corbin go out there, pick up the fur title, go give it to Trick in the middle of the ring as Trick lay there lifeless, and Baron Corbin walked off, and the internet erupted with applause. They love Baron. And he got a big holy shit chant too. So I think people are coming around on Baron. I've been a big Baron head for a very long time. I've got Baron Corbin's first NXT T-shirt. I was a big fan back in his NXT run, and still a big fan of Baron. And glad to see him back. Hell yeah, dude. Didn't want to see him wasted away on Busted Open Radio or whatever the fuck these guys do nowadays once they disappear from the show. You don't want to see him sitting there talking to Bully Ray. Drag my ass through broken glass. Charlotte Steve Austin. No, dude. Yeah, Charlotte McMahon. Honest, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Charlotte McMahon would have worked. All right. So, and then we have the final showdown here, which was Nick Aldis telling Gunther he's going to team with Sami Zayn to fight Cody Rhodes and CM Punk at Saturday night's main event instead of getting the title match he wanted. So that match is just going to be gimmicky as all hell, and probably with the baby faces winning because they're going on to face each other. Yeah, that's about it. That was a SmackDown. Hip hip hooray, right? Let's go over to Raw, the Raw side of things. Get into our Raw review. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the playback, we greatly appreciate it. If you're listening to the audio, thank you. We love you. And let's get into Raw. Let's get into Raw. So we got Saturday night's main event coming up. This is our lead-in here, pretty much. Besides SmackDown, right? Besides the stuff that'll get us hyped up on Friday. Brock Lesnar is going to kick off the show here. Brock Lesnar kicks off the show. Brock Lesnar has a bunch of cops, quote unquote. These guys are supposed to be cops. They need to stop saying that because these are not cops. They do not have guns. They do not. These are not cops. Like, clearly, clear as day. If you've watched any television show or been out in public at all and seen a police officer in person, you would know this is not a cop. They used to do a better job at staging these things. Like, I don't know. They had these cops come out because apparently Brock has a restraining order. I don't know. I feel like Paul was just cutting this promo off the dome and said the cops are there because Brock has a restraining order because Oba's been stalking him or something. Like, it was... Paul's losing it, guys. I'm sorry. Paul's losing it. He's been losing it. He lost the vision. They gave the vision to Maxine Dupree. There's no way he can save that shit. And they got him over here jumbling over his words in a Brock Lesnar promo. Like, you only have to do a few things for Brock. And you're doing too much, Paul. So this was all just to set up Oba coming out and Brock tossing the security guards. Or, I mean, Oba tossing the security guards. And Brock Lesnar walking away without saying anything, really. And Oba looking strong here. But Oba at one point did say something about giving up his title match, which I don't know why he brought that back up. I was like, why are you bringing that up? Why bring that up, dude? Why remind the audience and, me and the audience, me most importantly, why remind me that you won the King of the Ring and then we're like, nah, I'm just going to go face Brock. I'm going to rather face Brock. And he was like, you probably would have cost me my match if I went after the champion anyway. And it's like, I don't know. It seems a little cornball to even bring it up at this point. Let's just get to the meat and potatoes, right? Which one to use meat and which one to use potatoes. Paul's out of ideas. Should have let him go 2 years ago after Wise Man Paul. Yeah. He worked for, that was the last person he really worked for that wasn't Brock Lesnar, was Roman. And that's there's plenty of Paul Heyman guys that didn't work. There's more that didn't work that did. Yeah. So woohoo, Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, Hell in a Cell. That's what we're getting at SummerSlam. All right, now we have Roxanne Perez versus Io Sky. This was a pretty good match. This is a pretty good match. This is what I mean. What else do you expect from Io Sky? You're not going to get a bad match. Like, that's impossible. Io Sky delivers here. I mean, Roxanne Perez is no slouch. Definitely held her own and made it a little more competitive than I thought it would be. Very, very much a good. Judgment Day has some good wrestlers in the group. Let's just say that, like JD McDonough, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez. These guys are awesome. Honestly, I would like them better as a trio if they ditched Liv and Dom. Like, that incarnation of the Judgment Day would be something else. I think it would be nice. Dirt says Paul Heyman's current bit is going on panels and basically looking dead in the camera and saying 6'7", am I right? And then patting his own back. You're not wrong. I could see him doing that, grabbing the mic and like making his eyes all big and being like, I mean, this is really a 6'7" moment, right? Yeah. So then we had we had some involvement here from Raquel. Speaking of Raquel Rodriguez, involvement in the match, but it backfired for her, and Io Sky picked up the win here, defeating Roxanne Perez in a great match. I thought very good match. It was nice to have some good wrestling on Raw. This was the first good wrestling we got to start the show, and we were already 40 minutes in. So, afterwards, they were trying to do beat down on Io Sky here, and Sol Ruka come out to make the save. So we're going to get a tag match here eventually. Tag match probably with Io and Sol versus the Goon Squad, right? All right. Next up, we had The Vision. Logan Paul, Austin Theory, Maxine Dupree. Who else is there? Oh, yeah. Braun Breaker. Coulda, shoulda, woulda been a star. Braun Breaker is background fart dust to Maxine Dupree. You can't make this kind of shit up. You can't watch this fall from grace without your 3D glasses on. Okay? Braun Breaker is just a shell of himself here. He's a tag team champion, and it couldn't be worse. It couldn't be worse. They had Maxine get on the mic here and take... Who does she think she is, Roman Reigns? You can't take this long to talk on the mic, Maxine. She took way too long. She fumbled over her words. What are they doing? What are they doing? This was terrible. I did not like this at all. They had Otis come out here and then confess that he had feelings for Maxine. They did the same thing with Otis and Mandy Rose. They're always doing this to Otis. I think it's kind of corny to be like, oh, the fat guy. They even had Austin Theory just straight up call him fat, which I thought was kind of funny because he was like, oh, did I say fat? And then was like, fat. And I was like, okay, he's being kind of funny now. But it's like, we all know where this is leading to. But it's like, do we really want Maxine to be the one to run back? Like, I don't know. They already did this with Otis. And some people are digging this storyline. I think it sucks. I think it's terrible. I thought the whole thing was terrible. And Braun Breaker is just a, dried up old dingleberry hanging off the side, man. He's just forgotten about. And eventually he's just going to be embedded in your ass forever. I've been watching Braun Breaker from my microscope. Braun Beaker. Braun. Don't relegate my best friend Otis to whipped puppy. Dude, honestly, he's over. Way like he fought Oba Femi in probably one of the best bouts that Oba Femi's had on the main roster so far. And Otis needs to be a little bit rewarded, I feel like his in-ring work, his character work. Tozawa too. These guys are great. And making him whip puppy and upset about Maxine. Like, there was never any, like, Otis likes Maxine shit before this. There was never, like, oh my God, Otis has a crush on Maxine. That wasn't a thing. Like, she was just part of the Alpha Academy, you know? It wasn't some sort of storyline already. Now it's a storyline where he's like, no, I love you. Like, what is this shit? I agree. Yeah, but Braun Breaker has never felt, less important. All right. I'm going to let you guys know something. You guys aren't going to believe what match happens next. Dirt, sound off in the chat if you think you can guess which match happens next. I'll tell you what match happens next. You don't need a guess, actually. Don't do it. Because we already talked about it. They're running it back here. We watched it on SmackDown on the 10th of July, 2026. And here again, on this edition of Raw, they decided, let's run back Royce Keys and Jimmy Uso. Elias versus Rusev. I wish. That's a steamy feud. I'm sure that would do numbers. All right. This was bad again. Because Keys didn't even get a... Jimmy Uso pinned Royce Keys on SmackDown. And then what do we have Royce Keys come up with? He gets a win via disqualification here. In a terrible bout. This was terrible. We had LA Knight involvement. I mean, he's over like Rover. Like, the crowd goes crazy when he comes out, but this was so boring. Like, why are we running? I was like, literally couldn't believe they were running this back. And so now they're 1-1 against each other. The great Jimmy Uso and Royce Keys feud of 2026. People will be talking about it forever. I will want my grandchildren to know about this. That's why I've made a diary strictly dedicated to this feud. We needed to run it back so quickly. Oh my God. I can't believe they haven't ran it back yet. I can't believe they haven't gone live on their YouTube channel. Canceled the AAA show. I would just like to watch Royce Keys versus Jimmy Uso in an hour-long Iron Man match. All right. Then we had Bayley. Bayley came out, and she still got... Dude, the music in WWE also, like, that's a thing I've addressed. I addressed it on the live. Chad Gable's music just bums me the fuck out. But here we go again with Bayley and her shitty fucking song, Role Model. It's fucking horrible. It's so bad. Like, how could anyone cheer for you with that? I'm sorry. And then we had Lyra Valkyria come out here doing a Nikki Cross cosplay type character where she's disheveled and deranged or whatever. Like, her and Bayley switched places. Bayley was supposed to be the crazy one, and Lyra ended up being the crazy one. I don't know. I don't care about this either. This gets like a D+ for me. It sucks. I thought this was terrible. And she said, like, you are not the locker room leader. You are a doormat. You're not even one of the best horsewomen. That's what she said. And it's like, bitch, please. Charlotte is in the horsewomen. Shut the fuck up. I don't know. Lyra doesn't do it for me. All right, let's get to the number 1 contenders gauntlet match. Dirt says, in all fairness, Jimmy Uso is my least hated Rock family wrestler. Jimmy is funny sometimes. Jay sucks ass. No, but it's been replaced by me. Jimmy used to maybe hold that title back in the day, but for me, it's Solo Sikoa. I think Solo Sikoa is hilarious. I think he's funnier than his two older brothers, and Jimmy and Jey Uso. And I think he's the star. I think he's the true star. I think Solo and Nia Jax are the only ones we need. We can keep Jimmy too. We'll keep Jimmy just for you, Dirt. We'll keep Jimmy for you, and we got to have him for the Slim Jim deal anyway. They're not gonna. They'll probably drop us if we don't. If we don't keep Jim around, Big Jim, Big Slimmy Jim. Yeah, the gauntlet match. Here we go. Number one contenders gauntlet match to determine the number one contender for the Intercontinental title, held by Penta, here on WWE Raw. Gauntlet match means two people enter, one person gets pinned, and another competitor then enters the match. And this goes on until there's no competitors left, and the last person left standing is our winner. Who do we have here? Chad Gable. Chad Gable came out on top here. Our list of entrants were Dominic Mysterio, Joe Hendry, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, Rusev, Chad Gable, and Ethan Page is our final thing here. Now, I'll tell you about the match here, because Joe Hendry got destroyed really early, which was insane. He is going to die a quick death. I have a feeling. I just have a feeling for some reason Joe Hendry is dying a quick death. Mysterio pinned Hendry. Dominic got him there. But then Dominic got really quick by Javon Evans. And then Evans kind of went on a little bit of a streak and defeated Dragon Lee as well. So he got 2 wins under his belt. And as the match continued, Rusev came out. And of course, Rusev was going to kill Javon Evans, who just pretty much wrestled 2 matches against Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, respectively. And then Gable comes out here and he defeats Rusev. So they have a bout. And then Gable has to defeat Ethan Page. So he defeats Rusev's lawyer, his more over than him lawyer, slash wrestler, slash henchman, Ethan Page. This was great. This was good. With Chad Gable's the right choice for this. The only problem is that fucking song, dude. Like, and Chad Gable afterwards is trying to get people to clap along to this song and be like, Gable, Gable. It's not hitting. It's bad. It's really bad. It sounds like AI. I don't care if there's a band that made it or whatever, but it just sounds like AI. Okay, your shit sounds like AI, and that's bad. That's not good, right? If your art looks like AI, that's not good. It is what it is. Joe was a flash in the pan, should have been billed as the next Cena for the I Believe in Joe Hendry thing to work. Now he's just a Logan Paul enthusiast. Yeah, I mean, that's all people remember him for, is the Logan Paul bit. And that's why he's still out here floundering, is because Logan Paul got injured, and they're like, oh, we don't know anything else to do it. We couldn't possibly give him a different storyline. We couldn't possibly do that. Like, Joe Hendry has a talent to where he can go around making funny music videos about these guys. And, we know Joe Hendry's good, but they're not going to let him spread his wings and fly, right? They're not going to allow that. Yeah, this was good. Just change that Chad Gable AI theme song. That shit is fucking horrible. It is one of the worst things I've ever heard. It's killing the character. And then we had a vignette for what seems like Big Cass. Big Cass from Enzo, and Big Cass says he's going to be showing up the day after SummerSlam. So August 3rd is when it says. August 3rd that Big Cass will be showing up. Now, will he have Enzo with him? I'm assuming so. You can't have Big Cass without Enzo now. I mean, even if they're not a tag team and they're just like, it's all for Big, I don't know. I mean, however they may do this thing, try to pull this off. I'm kind of excited for it. The tag team division needs some freshening up. Yeah, we need some freshness in here. right? Because it's been SAWFT soft. It has. All right. And I hope Gable wins the championship, by the way. Hope Gable wins the championship from Penta. Penta is great. Been a great champion. Defended on multiple occasions. Great wins. But, I'll never forget Chad Gable in the loss against Gunther with his daughter in the front row. Just bawling our eyes out after Gunther destroyed Chad Gable, and we did not get a Chad Gable Intercontinental title run. This would be his first singles win championship in the company. It'd be a big moment. All right, so then we had the Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins contract signing. This was our main event to Raw. Roman Reigns rolls up about at 10:28 in a car. Like, they always do the same shit. It's Roman pulling up, getting out of a car, walking, taking literally 15 to 20 minutes to get into the fucking ring. Like, just what are you fucking looking at? You're always... That's what they do. They like smell and like look around and they just aura farm. It's annoying as fuck. It's like, hurry up, bro. So we had him and Seth come out here and exchange words. And I'm not going to go for the promo line by line here, right? But Roman took a while to get cooking. He took a while to get cooking. I thought it was a slow burn from Roman. There were some good lines in there, like calling Triple H Seth Rollins work daddy. That was pretty funny. That made me laugh. But he kept calling him number 2, which Seth could have just been like, yeah, I am the shit. Like, but that he never hit him with that one. But it was long-winded. It was super, super long-winded promo here from these guys. I mean, there were some good zingers in here, but I feel like you could have hit every single one of these zingers in about 10 minutes. Like 5 max. Like, and this whole thing took like 40 minutes, it felt like. Was not the best. And Seth Rollins, to just cap things off, guys, he actually was getting Roman back a little bit. He had some good oomph in his voice, right? He was being really passionate and coming back and telling Roman, hey man, listen, tell me I'm not going to be you. Tell me I'm not going to do this. Tell me I'm not going to do that. Because I am a revolutionary. I am a visionary. And then I'm like, dude, oh my God, can you stop doing that shit? It's so fucking corny. It is so corny. It took me right out of it. I was like, oh, God. Ugh. Stop doing that, Seth. Everything was perfect until then. Yeah, and Roman has never beat him. Let's not forget. Roman's never beat him. And that was Raw, guys. That was Raw. Look at that. I did both shows. What's the Night of Champions card? I'll tell you my my predictions in full. Let's see here. Full card. Oh my gosh, come on. Why when you want to search something, it just gives you nothing? Here it is. It's in Saudi? I didn't realize it was in Saudi. Where are the matches, bro? Oh my gosh, this is not correct. Dude, I hate AI. AI is ruining just like everything, dude. You can't type in anything. Saturday night main event card. I know it's JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio. Updated card. Here we go. Okay. Thank goodness, dude. Oh, yes. It's Bailey versus Bird Girl. Crazy Bird. She's Angry Bird. Angry Bird. Crazy Bird, Angry Bird. Lyra Valkyria. Bailey. Dude, you got to pick Lyra. I mean, what is a win for Bailey gonna do here? I don't know. Lyra, picking Lyra. Then we have Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. I already told you my winner for this. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk. They're winning against Gunther and Sami Zayn. Unfortunately, that team is not going to be able to coexist. Can they coexist? No, they can't. Okay. Okay. Then we have Roman Reigns. What? Jalen Brunson and Roman Reigns. Why is this a graphic? They're just gonna be there. Who gives a shit? Okay, and then we're gonna have the women's tag team match: Paige and Brie Bella versus Fatal Influence. God, I don't know. Give it to Fatal Influence. I don't like them. I feel like they're so fucking stale, and they do not look good or match or work as a trio team here at all. JCJ needs to kind of be on her own, and the other two, the two blondes, can do something. I don't know. They could be the next Edge and Christian, right? They could be on their way there, but Henley and Reed, like, you know, that it sounds good. Then we have a no disqualification match, which I assume is going to be the main event. No DQ match. Danhausen versus JD McDonough. You know Danhausen's going to win with shenanigans. It's good. It's just going to be a big crazy gimmick match. There's going to be mini Hausens, big Hausens. Omos will probably finally be dressed as Danhausen at some point. Will Omos be... I need to download one of those betting apps and say that Omos is going to be dressed as Danhausen. Who the fuck is Jalen Brunson? I don't think he's a basketball player. I think they have him there because the New York Knicks won the... They're advertising him like just being there. He'll be there, and Roman Reigns will be there too. So that's what they're doing with that. I don't know. I'm assuming that's who he is. He's wearing Knicks stuff. So, but yeah, you know this. I'm picking Danhausen, I guess, man. I don't want to pick. You know what? No, I'm gonna pick JD McDonough. Fuck it. I'm gonna pick JD. Who cares about Saturday? I don't care about being right. I'm picking JD. I'm picking a big head Brian Peppers. Okay, let's go Brian Peppers. We want Brian to win. He's going to rip the head off of Danhausen, finally, and he's going to restore Miz and Kit Wilson back to their original state so they can continue being a less than mediocre tag team. You can do it, JD. You can do it. I believe in you. With the power of Peppers. Well, there's your Raw and your SmackDown review, guys. Thanks for hanging out, Dirt. It made it a lot better. Instead of just talking in here straight to the camera. No back and forth. I like a little back and forth, you know. I like a little little back and forth. I feel like that's shorter, man. What happened? Is there a Booker too? Or you got rid of the other Booker? You just kept the short Booker? So you... Oh, wait. I see Booker. No, that's the wrong one. We need to update some of these sounds. All right, let's get out of here, guys. We'll see if we do anything tomorrow. But we will be back for SmackDown on Friday. SmackDown live reaction, your final hour. We'll be back. Don't forget to check out House Assembly from last night. Funny, funny, funny. Check out the shorts. Check out all the content we got right here. So House Extra Extra. Like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. You only kept the short Booker? Yeah. Well, you should have kept the short Paul Heyman too, because like listen to this thing. That's the best thing Paul's done in recent memory. Actually, let's keep it. That's the best thing Paul's done in recent memory. I did hit it. I'll hit it one more time. Hell yeah. All right, guys, like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back next Wednesday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Slimmer House Extra Extra YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. We'll be back next time. Bye.